What's good, YouTube? Andre here with the DM Network. Y'all, if you're new to the channel, please lend me your subscriptions. We're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, and that is not possible without your help. Also, guys, we upload videos every single day. So turn on notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Now, on to the video. So, guys, y'all got to forgive me for how I sound. I am sick. It's not even funny. So please forgive me if I sound stopped up and all that. Just bear with me. I want to talk today about news. So we haven't heard anything at all about Project Z, and my prediction was for the end of February into March. But here it is, the end of February. We haven't heard anything yet. I do know that One Piece World Seeker will be coming out in March, so Bandai could be promoting that as well during the month of March. What I believe they will do, excuse me, what I believe they will do is they will promote or start talking about the game when it gets closer for Super Dragon Ball Heroes to come out on the Nintendo Switch. The reason why is because that's only going to be on the Nintendo Switch, and us Dragon Ball fans, and they know this, we are going to want to hear some stuff. Everybody's going to be, well, what about Project Z? What about Project Z? What about Project Z? And Super Dragon Ball Heroes comes to the Switch in the States in April, so look out for that. And, that could be when we hear some stuff. Some people said June. I highly, highly doubt they will wait till June to say anything about Project Z. The reason why is because that is just way too long, and people will lose interest in the game and pick up interest in other games. There are an enormous amount of awesome titles coming out, and some have already even dropped, of games this year. So Bandai can't afford to drop the ball when it comes to promoting these games. Now, the fact that we don't have any news, it's been a month. That's not technically a long time, but it's been a month and we haven't heard anything. No news is good news in some instances. And I think in this instance, because it tells us, number one, that they're still working on the game, which is good. And if we've seen it up to the Frieza saga, the fact that we're not hearing nothing about it, there's a pretty good chance that it could go beyond the Frieza saga. Also, I believe that we'll probably be playing with more than just Goku. The reason why is because when you read about the game, it says the story of Dragon Ball. And it says you're basically reliving Goku's life. And if you understand about Dragon Ball is the story of Goku. And that story includes Vegeta, Gohan, his son, and, it includes all of them. When you're watching Dragon Ball Z and Gohan is fighting Cell, that's still the story of Goku. Because you have to think about it like this. Imagine Goku sitting down and telling you about his entire life. You see what I'm saying? There's supporting characters in there. So this game could feature more than just Goku. But the fact that we haven't heard anything in a month, that is, like I said, it's not a long time to not hear anything about a game. But always remember that no news is sometimes good news. We know for a fact that the game is coming out. Like I said, it just means that they're still working on it. It also means that the game isn't done, and that it can give you a bigger hint as to when the game could potentially release. So not having news about it, could potentially mean that we're going to have a later in the year release, maybe December, or not December, but probably November. It could potentially be December, but I'm thinking it'll be mid to late November, around the holidays and stuff like that. But I mean, hey, they could come out at E3 and say the game will be released next month. I mean, World Seeker has been promoted for a while, and they hadn't even announced a release date. And I think they just announced a release date for the game sometime this month. So can you imagine that? February, they announced a release date, and the release date is next month in March. You see what I'm saying? So it's always kind of wonky, the kind of stuff that they can and do and things like that. So just have to keep your eyes and ears to the ground, guys. Like I said, no news is not always bad news. And I'm doing this video because some people have been asking me, when will we hear something? When will we hear something? V-Jump came out and there was nothing in that. I would imagine that's where they would release information at. But from my understanding, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I thought that this game was being marketed as a Western release. I don't even know if they're releasing this game over in Japan. They could, I don't know. Uh, but we'll have to see about that. If not, then which I know CyberConnect is a Japanese-based studio, but they do also have a studio in Montreal, so they are in other parts of the world. Uh, but no news yet, y'all. And I'm still looking. Every day I'm looking. I'm telling you. I mean, if it's a new screenshot, if it's an interview with a producer or something to that effect. But I think once the information starts rolling out, it'll really start rolling. I think the next bit of information that we will get, it's going to be a gameplay trailer that's going to have the official title as well as release date. And I was even surprised that, wow, we haven't even got a title for the game yet. But it makes sense. No people, a lot of people are saying Legacy of Goku 3 and things like that. I'm not saying that it's not gonna be that, but they're marketing this game as something never before done, something that is completely different from any Dragon Ball game, and that's really tough to do because you had the Legacy of Goku, which was an RPG. You've had, I mean, we've had the fighters, we had the adventure games. So what could be done that hasn't been done, essentially, you know what I'm saying? And they could, like I said in a previous video, they could be saying that in a sense of it hasn't been done by Bandai, because Atari, before Bandai had the Dragon Ball games, it was Atari. That's who made the Budokai series and stuff like that. You know, that's probably why we don't see it in the Play Store, because since Bandai has bought the rights for it, um, Atari couldn't release the game in like the PlayStation store and stuff like that on backwards compatibility, which is very, very surprising. As popular as Dragon Ball is, you think they would try to get some of the older games back into the hands of the people and stuff like that. But since they own the rights, and Atari own the rights to the Budokai series and stuff, that's just not gonna happen. Sad face. But y'all, that's all I got for today. I'm finna relax and get me some medicine and some something in my system to feel better, man. I apologize for even uploading late. I've had a very busy morning. I had to do my route, of course, and then I had to put tires on the car, and the kids overslept, so I had to get them to school. Then I had to run and do a couple things, and I'm really kind of just now getting home, man. And I'm finna get some medicine and get me some rest so I can feel better, man. But I appreciate the love and support, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the videos. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.